So we did an initial look and impression, but the good folks over at Converse sent over a pair of the Shai 001s, and this is the most Kyrie shoe since Kyrie left Nike, bro. Like, if you fuck with the Kyrie Nikes, you're gonna fuck these. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on these bad boys right here. This is the Converse Shai 001. This particular colorway is the butter colorway.
Is butter a carb? Yes.
I will say that as soon as I put these on, I was like, yo, these feel awesome. So I'm excited to play in them. I'm excited. Now, I don't have the box. They did come in a big duffel bag, a really nice duffel bag, by the way, with like a bunch of like seating kit stuff. So I'm just gonna use this like random Nike box that I have lying around just to prop the shoes up and everything. I hope that they don't mind, but this is their parent company, so maybe they won't. I don't know. There is Nike Zoom Air in here after all, so fuck it. Now, before I deep dive into these, I did want to let you guys know that if you missed out on our latest Since apparel drop, we did do a small restock on all three of our latest designs. You can get the Since 1989, the Since the 90s, or the Since the 2000s tees available right now over at sinceapparel.com. And yes, they are available to ship. They are not pre-ordered. They're just ready to go. They are in limited quantities though, so just keep that in mind. Now, right off the bat, I'm just gonna get rid of the insole. It's this piece of shit right here. It's an open-celled foam. Nothing fancy, nothing special. If you wanted to take this out, swap it out for anything else that you'd like, go for it. For a shoe like this, that might be, I wouldn't say needed, but maybe warranted, at least in the comfort department, even though I do feel like these are really comfortable. It's just that they're very, very low profile. I know that I compared them to like an old Nike Kyrie. It kind of reminds me of the Kyrie 2s, but with more cushion, at least from an initial try on. The traction, first off, is extra grippy. This feels great. I know that they've used something similar on past models that Shai has been wearing. So if you have been wearing what he's been wearing as of late, then you're probably gonna be just fine. Now, there is a small torsion plate in there. It's just a little rectangle bar. You can't see it, obviously, but it is in there. And in conjunction with that, there is an EVA midsole. It's very, very low profile. Like, I know that the back looks chunky, but you're actually sitting quite a ways down in that. So it's like mostly cupping you. And then the forefoot, there's a rectangle Zoom Air unit. Not my favorite, but it does feel good in here, mostly because the rest of the midsole is so low profile that you actually do feel the bounce from it. So again, I'm really excited to try these out. I think that they're going to be great. Maybe not a fantastic outdoor model, but indoors should be solid. I also think that they're really interesting. They're like half double lasted, half not. Like, you know, the front portion, it's wrapped within the upper, the back portion is exposed. It's just a really interesting and cool look. I really like these. The upper is probably my favorite feature. This is something that nobody knows, but like during that All-Star weekend, like I was mad sick, you know what I mean? Like I had this crazy, like what would you even call it? Like a flu? Or something, I don't fucking know. And then the flu knocked my immune system down so badly that it like somehow infected an old tooth, like an old like root canal tooth. And that was radiating pain and swelling through my whole fucking head. And I'm in San Francisco this whole week practically dying, but having to work. And I'm at this like party trying to like conversate with people, and I was doing my best, but man, I was not there like mentally, you know what I mean? Like I was just in a ton of pain. So I don't even remember like touching the upper, even though I did. I had the whole thing in my hand and everything like that. So it was just one of those things. Now having them here and I'm actually coherent, the upper just feels great. Like this puff piece that's on here, it feels like neoprene. It's minorly padded. It feels so cool. I love the overall look to it. I know that some people think that these are hideous, and I think that's fine because it's a weird looking shoe, you know what I mean? And I don't think that they're shying away from that either. This is fun though. Like kind of like the Jaw 3s, this brings fun back to basketball. I like this. This is why the 90s was so dope. All of these models were borderline crazy looking, and some of them were so far out there and fresh that we just all gravitated towards them. And so I think that this is one of those new shoes for today's generation. But basically, you've got that neoprene style like puff piece right here, which is the main design feature. The underlay material is an actual material. We did showcase that in our initial look video. They had those like pinned up on the wall and pieces and things like that. It was really cool to see. And then they bring the neoprene back with the collar area and stuff like that. And when you open the shoe up with the zipper, you can see inside there's just a regular kind of like textile build. You got nylon lace loops and cables, nothing truly fancy. So it's mostly designed for structure and support on the outside. Everything on the inside is lightweight and functional, and it's just perfect. You know what I mean? Like this is awesome stuff. I am curious to know if the zipper is going to work. I'm fairly confident though, because I've been playing in the Dawn issue 7s from Adidas, and I gotta say, like, I know that this isn't a video on those, but that so far might be my favorite shoe of the year to play in. And the zipper on those is fantastic. It hasn't popped open or burst or broke or anything. everything. So I think that this is gonna be much of the same. It feels very similar. I also think that it helps the way that it's located. So when we were young and we were kids and we had zippered shoes, like the gloves or the flight posits, those would always break, but they were like high tops, you know what I mean? So like the zipper went up to your ankle and flex zone. These sit right below that. So I don't think that you're stressing the zipper out as much as you were in those older designs. And I gotta say, I love the tongue. It is a little bit big, but like it cups your shin perfectly, you know what I mean? And it's comfortable too. It's like nicely padded. It's got nice ventilation in there, even though if this is zipped up, you're not gonna get that, but it's just dope, dude. Like I really like these. These are perfect. You got the Converse logo built in to an external heel counter. You got the heel clip right there built onto the exterior midsole. It's just a slick, fun design. They're so bulky looking, but they don't feel like it. You know what I mean? Like this is so cool for me, man. Like I really like what's happening right now, like right at this moment in basketball. It's so much fun and it makes me excited to lace up a new pair every time. Now in terms of sizing, they do fit true to size. Whatever you typically wear, that is exactly what I would order. Wide footers, whenever these release, I think it's in September, they just like announced the launch date not too long ago. So whenever they finally do release in stores, hopefully they are actually in stores so that we can try them on. But that is what I would recommend, a wide footer. Try them on for sure. Everybody else though, true to size and you should be fine. And with all of that being said, what is today's user submitted question of the day?
You started off the video mentioning Converse's parent company, Nike.
Yes.
And we've spoken in past videos as to whether or not Shai is a Nike athlete being a part of Converse. Kyle's videos wrote in, might be a dumb question, but are Air Jordan and Jordan brand considered Nikes?
It depends on who you ask. I think that a lot of the people that grew up with brand Jordan and Jordan brand, they're just known as Jordans. But like old school heads, like it's the Nike Air Jordan, you know what I mean? So first off, I don't think that's a dumb question because of what the brand is doing, but like the brand at the point in which that it branched off and became its own thing, like when I was in high school, we've talked about this before, where they were very, I wouldn't say transparent, but like it was in your face. Like OG colorways came OG, Nike Air on the back. New colorways came with Jumpman logos because they were Jordan branded products, like they made them. Nike didn't make them, you know what I mean? So like when you see a Nike Air Jordan and it's got everything OG, Nike Air, blah, 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 all this stuff, Nike made those. But the new ones, Jordan brand made. And so they were differentiating the two products, you know what I mean? Even though they are the same, it's just that there were two different eras. I think that that is the way to go. I know that a lot of these new heads complain and that's the way that everybody is now, is like everybody's catering towards babies. Oh, I need Nike Air and everything. You weren't even around when Nike Air was around, bro. Why do you need it there? Oh no, I just want it. And then when they put it on, they're like, oh, why has it got Nike Air on there? Like the Undefeateds, they're like, put the Jumpman back. I'm like, shut the f up, bro. Like, what are you doing to these people? You're giving them complexes and just support the product because you like it, not because there's some fucking weird logo on there, you know what I'm saying? So it just kind of depends, but the way that Jordan Brand's putting out stuff now is even new products that have no affiliation with Nike whatsoever, like the shoes with the big bubbles and, you know what I mean? Like the weird lifestyle shoes, I can't remember what they're called, but like, you know, all them random that they release. And they're slapping Nike Air logos on there. I'm like, whoa, are you Nike still or are you Jordan? This is where desperation comes into play, where like, to me, it looks like desperate move. It's like, oh, you want to appease and appeal to the whiny babies talking about Nike Air. You're catering towards those. Everybody else that's looking at the product, they're like, why is this a Nike Air product? Like, how is this a Nike Air product? It's not. Nike is Nike. Jordan is Jordan. That's why Converse should be Converse and not have Air Zoom. How about Converse make their own thing and call it something of their own? That's how I feel, but at the end of the day, all three of these brands are identical. They use the same tech. The parent company is the swoosh, so it kind of is what it is at this point. Do I feel that they should be trying harder to differentiate themselves from one another? That is a bold yes. That is the reason why there's a Converse logo on this shoe and a Jordan logo on the Jordans and a Nike logo on the Nike, because they are all different brands. If they're all the same, what is the point of having them all be called something different? You might as well just roll them up into a ball and just throw it out there. But are Air Jordan products considered Nike products still? You guys be the judge. Sound off below and let us know. On top of all of that, what do you think about the Shai 001s? Are you excited? Are you over it? Do you feel like I've heard this a lot? I've been waiting so long. They're finally, like now I've lost interest. I don't really go that route. Like if I'm excited about something, I'm excited until I get it. But if you have lost interest, sound off below, let us know. Stay tuned for a performance review. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. We greatly appreciate your guys' support. We will catch y'all in the next one. So until then, you guys have a good one.